It's that time again, it's time to grab our tools and fix what's broken. Let's save money and do it ourselves. Let's save money and do it ourselves.
Welcome to another Garage Time with Goody. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you on a 1999 Ford F-250 Super Crew with a 7.3 Power Stroke engine. I'm going to be showing you those rear half doors and why they get stuck. It is a known problem that's been plaguing the Ford F-250 series, and people always wonder why they get stuck. Well, in today's episode, I'm going to show you why they get stuck. And in a future episode coming up real soon, I'm going to show you how to get them unstuck. But first, let's go see why they get stuck. So the problem here is if you try to open the door, this back door will not open at all. And what happens is there is kind of like a factory defect in these. The older they are, they have these latch cables on the inside, and they have plastic ends on the latch cables. And what happens, they usually become brittle and break, for lack of better words. So it would have been a lot better if they would have made the ends of those cables metal, which is one of the fixes that they have. You can buy these metal ends to put on them and repair them. Just so there's no confusion, I am not talking about this door. This is the regular door. I am talking about this door, this rear half door, that a lot of times that the handles will not let the door open and they get stuck. So with that in mind, let's see why. This is the reason why your door will not open, more than likely. It is these. These are latch cables. These cables are responsible for connecting to the handles of your doors, and then the other end connects to the latches on the locks. There is a little tiny plastic / rubber end on the end of every latch cable, and that is where they fail. You see this one is failing here, and it's dry rotted, and they become brittle. And a lot of these, this whole piece is missing from the bottom to the top here, and that is what causes your doors not to open. There's not enough tension because this whole piece is broken or missing. I think it is a poor design because I think it should have been made out of something metal. Could withstand different environments for a long period of time, because people live all over the place geographically when they buy a Ford truck. So they need to be durable, and as Ford would say, for lack of better words, tough. And these little plastic / rubber ends, they're just not tough. But as the video goes on, I will show you some ways to fix this problem with these cables, and where you can order some parts that fix these cables for you. Then your doors will open once again, and you'll be able to have the convenience of not climbing over seats to set in the back seat. What I'm showing you now is a healthy cord, and this is an original from Ford. You can see that this housing is supposed to be here. Again, it's made out of a combination of plastic and rubber, and as you can see, it's not moving at all. This is what it's supposed to do when it's working right. And then this fits in between two pieces of metal, and it holds that in place. That way, when this gets pulled on the other end, see, when it's pulling, it's going to pull the latch on the lock and open the door for you. And as you can see on the other side, on the bottom, where it is round, and this fits into the latch of the bottom lock, This right here, where this fits into the bottom lock of the latch, you can see that is also not damaged. It's usually pretty expensive to buy another latch cable from Ford, so you can do a combination of things, whatever you decide. You can go to a local junkyard. You can try to pick these up on Amazon and eBay, which I'll leave a link in the description of the video. Also, alternatively, you can check your local junkyards. You want to see what kind of condition these rubber ends are in if you do go to a junkyard, because if not, it could fail at any time and then you're in the exact same position that you started in and your doors will be unable to open again. Lastly, there is another alternative. As you can see, I have here Dorman Solutions part number 926-111. And what this is for $14, you get these 4 metal tips that replace the bad tips that have failed on your latch cables. Now, there are 2 different kinds here. As you can see, there are 2 different kinds. We have the one on the left, and this one is round and circular here near the bottom, and it's kind of flat on top. That one's going to go on the bottom part of the latch cable, and then the one on the right is just circular, and that is going to go on the top of the latch cable. So try not to get these two confused, because when you go to put these back in their holders, the little metal brackets, then they won't fit right if you don't put them on the right end. Remember, flat goes on the bottom, this round one goes on the top. Easy peasy. See, this right here is the top of the broken latch cable. I'm going to take a side cutter and I'm going to cut away, well, didn't have to cut away too much because it's just really brittle. You cut away any of the bad plastic, and then what you do, you pull this up to line up, and then you start pushing this down over top of it. I know what you're going to wonder, how far do you push this metal piece down? You're going to wonder how far you push this down onto the latch cable, and you're going to push this until it gets to the very top of this groove right here. And you may need to use pliers to push it down. You can see it's roughly right here now, and I'm going to keep pushing until it gets to the top. As you can see now, this wire is touching to the bottom right here of the insert, and this wire comes out the top because that's the circle part. Then this goes back into the door. We're going to do the same thing for the bottom. We're going to use these side cutters to cut this off, and again, it's brittle. It just broke right off of there. We're going to take the one made for the bottom that has that flat part, and also the bottom will have that ball instead of the screw. This is going to go in here like so, and you start pushing that down until it reaches right here, till it reaches right there to where it begins to, where the clip is. On this side, I really didn't have to use the pliers. It's on there good that way. And here's the latch cable now, and that's what it's going to look like afterwards. It's going to have these new and improved metal ends that are going to last quite a bit longer than those plastic rubber ends. So that is why they fell. And picking up this inexpensive kit from your local auto store, I got these at AutoZone for $13.99 for a set of 4. Alternatively, order them on the internet, like at Amazon or eBay or Rock Auto, whatever you prefer. Okay, so just recapping what we've learned today. You're going to need 2 of these adapters for the bottom cable. And for the top cable, you're actually going to have to remove the lock. You're going to have to put one on the bottom and the top, because where this lock goes in, there's supposed to be a plastic piece here. And we're going to replace it with the metal piece. It's going to go over this too. And this is going to be a circular one. Both of these on this side are going to be circular. You have 2. So you'll have to remove this from the top of the door, the lock. And you'll want to put the metal adapter here and a metal adapter here. And this is the upper latch cable. And on the bottom, you'll have 2 for this latch cable. So a pack of 4 will fix 1 door. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you later.